Hey all, Viking Raven here again. This time I'm giving you my top 10 worst albums of 2025. In the previous video I gave you my top 20 favorite albums, so now I'm going to give you my top 10 least favorite albums of 2025 with a little bit of a rundown at the end of this video about 2025 in metal. Some albums I'm looking out for in 2026. So at number 10, Gals Wired, whatever it's pronounced, Braiding the Stories. You know what? Yeah, I've tried. I just cannot get into this at all. Number 9, Catatonia. Nightmares as extensions of the waking state. You know what? I went into this with a real open mind, to be honest with you, because I don't mind some of their stuff here. But this one here, it just, for me, just drags on too much. Just could not get into this one here also. Number 8, I've listened to all these albums at least twice, but I got to use these as I don't own these ones here. Enthroned, Ashpin. Like, what the hell happened to this band here? I used to love this band's earlier stuff. Now, like, something is just different with this band here, and it's just not fucking good. Number 7, Rivers of Nihil, their self-titled album too. Like, can this get even worse? Like, seriously, can it? Number 6, Sigh, I Saw the World's End. Okay, now, a lot of people do like this band here, and that's fine. I just cannot get into these guys here at all. Some of my good friends just love this band. They always tell me to check it out, check out the new album, and I keep doing it. Why? I don't know, because every time I do, I just can't get into these guys. I just don't like anything they've ever done. Number 5, Beheaded, Gardam, how is it pronounced? That is pronounced. Another band. What the fuck happened? Their older stuff, like I said, just like Enthroned, I like everything these guys have done except for this one here. Like, it was a major, drastic change, and you lost me on this one here. Sorry. Number 4, Blut as Nord, however it's pronounced, Eternal Horizons. All right. I do not get the hype surrounding this band here. I am sorry, man. I've listened to this. I just get bored after a while listening to these guys here. Sorry, just don't like this band here at all. And this album, to me, like I said, it drags on and on and on. Number 3, Soulfly, Chama. Okay, I have not liked anything Max has done since his time in Sepultura, but the last thing he's ever done I liked was Arise. Everything else, I'm sorry, I just cannot get into anything Max has done since. I honestly think Max is very overrated. Sorry, but yeah. Number 2, Dark Angel, Extinction Level Event. This was one of my most anticipated albums coming into this year here. I'm not going to lie about that one here. But seriously, like I said, this was a big disappointment for myself here. I had, like I said, high hopes, just awful. Seriously, Gene, you left Testament for this garbage? Wow. I don't know what the hell happened here. Like I said, I tried to listen to this. I was going to buy this, but so much to buy this album. But thank God, because there's nothing on this album I do like. Which leads it to my worst album for 2025 in the metal community is, as usual, if you've been following me, Lordi, Limited Dead Edition. Seriously, I can't believe this guy's still releasing albums. You know how I feel about him? That's all I'm going to say. Just awful. So those are my top 10 least favorite albums of 2025 for the metal community. Now about 2025, I touched a little bit about this on my previous video on my best of 2025, my top 20 albums. The big news for me this year was, the death of the icon Ozzy Osbourne. At least we got to have one last Black Sabbath show and an Ozzy show, that big show. I watched every minute of that show here. I really hope that someday it gets released on DVD or whatever, because that's a must-keep for all metal fans, seriously. Then we lost Ace Frehley also, my favorite member of Kiss. Always enjoyed Ace's stuff, even his solo stuff. He's been on a pretty roll with his last 4 or 5 studio albums too. Just wow, just a devastating you and everyone else in the metal community that we've lost. Also, some news for me is Megadeth calling in a career. Wow, one of my childhood favorite bands. They're all getting older now. It's going to be harder to see all these bands going. I've always enjoyed Megadeth. You could watch, if you follow me here one final album, then a farewell tour. Speaking of also a farewell tour, just came out of nowhere, is The Crown. Another band. Kind of shocked on that one still too. Last but not least, some big news for me this year was, in a positive way for myself, was Duke sends Zetro out. Huge Exodus fan. I've always preferred Dukes over Zetro, but I'm not going to shit on Zetro. I think he was a hell of a job in Exodus also. Took me a while to really get into Zetro, but hey, he's done well. Now, there's no bad blood on this one here. He just doesn't like to do all this fucking touring. That's fine. Welcome back, Dukes. Can't wait till we'll be here in 2026. Now, some of the favorite albums, some of the albums I'm looking forward to in 2026 is Exodus, of course, with Dukes back. Comes out in March. You've got Megadeth. Yeah, I like those first two singles. Some people don't really care for the second one, but hey, that's cool. Hopefully Cannibal Corpse are going to release something. I think they are due this year here also. And Abath. Let's go, Abath. Let's release something also. So many other bands for 2026 that I'm really interested in new stuff. So yeah, that's everything I have to say about 2025 now. Like I've said before, it was an okay year. I thought last year was a little bit stronger. Looking forward to a very strong 2026 actually. So what do you guys think about this list here of my top 10 worst albums of 2025? Hey, let me know. Also, let me know, what are some of your albums that you are looking forward to in 2026? Let me know. Leave comments on everything. Please hit the subscribe button. Please keep supporting metal by buying physical copies to support the bands. And as always, stay fucking heavy.